You want to learn how to create your own pixel art using Google Sheets? Let's check it out. So basically what the student does is they put their answer in here. So you can see for the first one, 2 times 3, I get 6. So I'll put my answer 6, hit enter. And you can see that a picture pops up. And every time they put an answer, the goal is to reveal the picture more and more. So I kept it very simple, like for example, like you can clearly see like a picture of starting to form already, but you can make it so that it's different parts only, so whatever parts you want to reveal is up to you, and I'll show you how to do that in this video. So the next one I'll put 25, 14, 12, 16, and then 81, and you can see that the pixel art is created. Now let's get into how to do this. Step 1, you're going to open up a brand new Google Sheet, and I'm going to resize the column so that it's the size of a little square. So I'm going to click all the way over here in the upper left hand corner. Then I'm going to go to the column and I'm just going to drag it over so it's the size of a square. Then I'm going to create more space by highlighting all my columns here. I'm going to hit Control C, Control V to paste it. So I just copy and pasted some more columns over. The reason why I did that is because I want to create more space so I can put the picture of the art I want to look at. Step 2, you're going to go to Google and you're going to look up pixel art. Then you're going to click on images. And then just scroll down until you find an image you like. I'm going to go with this one here. What you're going to do is right click on the image, go down to where it says copy image address. Then you're going to go back to your Google Sheets, go to insert image over cells, go over here where it says by URL, and you're going to paste that in there. So right click and paste it, and you see we have our image. So I'm just going to click on insert image. What I do is I resize the image so that it matches up with the little squares that I made earlier. So I try to get that to line up. So you can see that these boxes look like it's about 3 boxes long. So that's about right there. And what I do is I just start going in and mimicking what I see. So 3 boxes across, I'm going to fill the color with black. And then I'll do the same thing over here. Fill those colors with black. So I'm clicking on the paint bucket. And then I'm just going to click on the image, move it down a little bit. And one way to quickly fill in all the colors you want is basically by holding the control key. So look, if I hit control, I can click here, here, and here. And I can even add these over here if I want to. And then when I go back to the paint bucket, I click black and you can see that it fills it in automatically. And usually the way I do it is I just fill out the entire border and then I start doing the colors little by little. And that's why I decided to go with this pixel art, because you can see that it's not going to take too long to copy this one. So let me speed this process up now. We have our copied pixel art, so now I'm just going to click on this image and delete it. And at this point, if you want, you can even highlight all these extra cells, right click, and then I'm going to click delete columns. That way I have a smaller setup over here. And then we're all set with step 2. Step 3, what we're going to do is we're going to insert a problem and answer column. So I'm going to put problem in column A. I'm going to resize that. So I'm going to double click here. And then I'm going to put answer in column B. I'm going to resize that one as well. Actually, let me make this into a bold and resize it one more time. And do the same for that one. And I'm just going to put a couple answers just for the purposes of this video. But once you have one setup, then it's just a repetitive process, so you can keep revealing in the picture. So I'm just going to make up a couple problems like 2 times 3, 4 times 5, 6 times 6, and 10 times 10. Then we're going to put the answers 6, 20, 36, and 100. And then I'm going to highlight both columns and center everything. Step 4. What we want to do is reveal the colors based on the answers we put in. So for example, when I typed in number 6, let's say I wanted that to reveal all the orange colors. Then I'm going to go here, select all my orange colors, and I'm going to hold the control key so I can do this all in one step. So while I'm holding control, I'm selecting all the colors I want to reveal. So in this case, it's the orange. Once they're all highlighted, you're going to go to where it says format, go down to conditional formatting, It's going to pop up over here with the rules on the right. I'm going to go to Format Rules, click on that, and go all the way to the bottom where it says Custom Formula is. Click on that, and we're going to type in a formula. It's a pretty simple formula. You're just going to put equals, $, the letter B, $, and if you don't know where the $sign is, I'm basically hitting Shift 4. And then we're going to go type in the number 2. And what this is just saying is that we're looking at column B, row 2 for the answer. Then I'm going to hit equals, put a quotation mark, put the number 6, another quotation mark. Then I want to choose the color down here as to what color I want it to be. So I'm going to click on the color to be orange. Then I'm going to hit done. And that's all set. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight these numbers, click over here, and go down to where it says plain text. So that formula I just put in is going to connect with that number. It'll be able to read it. And let's see what happens. So if I hit delete the number 6 and hit enter, you can see my colors are still there, and that's because we have to actually go back here and remove those colors. So I'm going to highlight the whole area. I'm going to go up here to the fill color, and I'm going to hit reset so it's empty. And now when I hit the number 6 and hit enter, you can see my orange colors pop up. And now all we have to do is repeat the process. I'm going to do the red ones next. So I'm going to highlight the red. And again, I'm holding the control key to make sure that I can do multiple selections. Then I'm going to go to format, conditional formatting. Then I'm going to go over here, down to custom formula. The color I want it to pop up is red, so we'll choose red. And then for the value or formula, we're going to hit equals, $, capital B, $, and now we're in the third row. So column B, third row, I want that number there. So I put number 3, equals, then I put a quotation mark, and the answer I want to read is 20. So again, in the quotations, you're going to put the answer that it should be the correct answer. Then I hit done. And now if I go back over here, let me delete the number 20. And you can see my colors are still here, so let me just re-highlight those colors. And then I'm going to delete them. So I'm going to go up here to the paint tool, hit reset, and you can see it clears it. So now when I hit the number 20, that should pop up. So 20, enter, and you can see the red colors pop up now. Now I'm going to move on to my next colors. So I'm going to delete the number 20 so I can see what's left. I have yellow here, so I'm going to highlight this whole thing. Except I don't want to include these 2 white spots. I don't want those to turn yellow. So I'm going to actually hold control and click on those 2 white spots. It'll deselect them. Now I'm going to go back to format, conditional formatting. Then I'm going to go to my custom formula. Type in number equals, $, B, $. We're in row 4, so I type row 4, equals, quotations, and then the number, the answer is 36. So I hit done. Actually, whoops. And if you forget, you can click back here because notice I forgot to change the color. So I'm going to click back here, and I'm going to put the color to be yellow. And I hit done. So now I'm going to go over to the 36, delete it, hit enter. My colors are still here, so let me just select the whole thing. I'm going to hit reset in the paint bucket, reset it. So now everything is clear, so let me try again, number 36. And you can see everything is highlighted perfectly. And you can see little by little, so if I go back, if I hit 6 and 20, you can see that it's coming together just fine. So now let me just erase those 3 answers. And don't forget, when you're making yours, you can make it a vocab quiz or a vocab assignment, and then they can put the vocab answers there. You tell them that the spelling matters, right? It has to be precise, so that'll work on your spelling as well. And if they put the wrong answer, I don't know if I mentioned it, but let's say I put the number 5 up here. If I hit enter, you can see nothing happens. So it has to be the correct answer. That's a good thing about this. It's like a self-checking tool. So look, I put the number 6 and it comes out. And now I'm going to do the next color. I'm going to highlight the green section. And again, you can highlight the whole thing, select a big area, and then hit control. And then click on the ones you don't want to highlight. So I don't want these black boxes to disappear. So now I'm going to do the green section. So So what I need to do next is go to Format, Conditional Formatting, and again we're just repeating the process. Go down to Custom Formula, put down equals, $B, and now we're in row number 5, so I put B, $5. So again, don't forget that is the column in the row. Then I hit equals, quotation mark, my answer is 100, quotation, then I'm going to choose my color to be green, then I hit done. Let me delete the 100 to see what happens. So if I hit delete, now when I type 100, you can see it reappears. I have 2 more colors left, so let me just delete all this so I can see what I have so far. You can see I have 2 more colors left, so that means I need 2 more problems for the students to work on. So I would put something like 1 times 4. I'm just keeping it simple, just for the demonstration purposes. And I'll also do 11 times 11. And then next to it, I'll put my 2 answers. So this will be a 5 and a 121. So now I'm going to select the blue section. So blue. So holding the control key, I can select everything, multiple boxes. Hit format, conditional formatting. And then I'm going to go over here to custom formula. Equals, $B, and we are in row 6. Equals, quotation mark, and your answer in this case has to be a 5. So I'll put the 5 in quotes. And the color needs to be blue. So I'm going to choose blue. Then I hit done. And then I'm going to go up here to the paint tool now and just reset those colors because it's already selected. So if I hit reset, it disappears. And actually, I just noticed I put a 5 there. That should actually be a 4. So let me fix that. That should be a 4, not a 5. Okay, so now I'm going to put 4, enter. Oh, and I forgot that because these are 2 new rows, I gotta change it to plain text. Go to the numbers, put plain text. Then I put the number 4 and it should work now. There you go. So let me delete that number. And now I can see that my last number left is 121. So let me select this last section here. So I go to Format, Conditional Formatting. Go down to Custom Formula. The formula is equals, $B, and we are in row number 7. Equals, and in the quotations, put my answer. So now I choose my color, which is like that bright color. I hit done, and while that selection is there highlighted, I'm gonna go back to fill color, hit reset so it disappears. And now I'm gonna delete this number, so you can see now it's gone. But if I retype it, you can see that it reappears. So now let me fill everything back in. Let's see how everything looks. So that should be 6, 20, 36, 100, and 4. I just realized I didn't put the last color up top. So let me add one more answer in here because I want the top color here to be red, and not sure what happened. So I have an error here, right? The 20 is not working. So I'm gonna click on the boxes that has the formatting set up. So I'm gonna click in this white area here. Now the custom formula pops up. So let me click here. Let me just see what's going on. So it's looking at reading B2, and actually it should be row 3. So I'm going to change this to a 3. Then I hit done. So now let's see what happens. So if I put in, and let me check, is this a plain text? So see, it's not in the plain text format, so we put that there. So now it's fixed. So if you have any issues like I just had there, make sure you just go back and just double check that the formula is the same for every single box, and also check here in your the formats that it's in plain text so you can read it. So those are one things you can do to diagnose if you have any issues. Hopefully this video helped you out. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, leave a comment as to what I should do next if you have any questions, and subscribe to support this channel. Otherwise, until the next video, I'll see you then.